Hollywood just might be cooked, and you're looking at it right now. Not only are individuals making their own movies with single prompts, but now people are making their own AAA games that look like they could run on modern video game systems, like Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. Oh my, Matt Schumer posting this. Claude Opus 5 one-shotted this game. That's not perfect, and we're going to zoom in just a minute. But I want to read this to you. One shot of this game, single prompt. Everything you see in this demo is custom code. Not a single external asset was used. No textures, no audio. It was coded completely. It says AI games are going to be amazing. As we look at this, not everything's going to be perfect, not even close. However, we're going to use our noggins here and think about the Will Smith eating spaghetti effect. 3 years ago, ridiculous, ludicrous. Nobody thought that you could generate videos. It was going to be 20 years. Today, it's here. Here's where we are with video games. Take a look. Now, see the arm on the left? Clearly, that's not great. Hear the audio? Kind of sounds like you're underwater. But single prompt. Enemy eliminated. Turning gray because you're injured. Enemy does some weird kind of thing there. But you can clean that up off one more prompt. One more prompt. We've been talking about this on That Park Place. Huff for Congress post this, says the prompt was simple. Everyone is calling Steve Rogers in the new Avengers movie Captain Shirtpants. So what was the prompt? Make a full-length Captain Shirtpants trailer. And it did. We can't play this because it features some Marvel stuff, music, assets, etc. Here you can see Chris Evans going up to receive his costume, and it's called Captain Shirtpants. It's a mockery of the fact that he wears a shirt and pants in the trailer. So now in everything that they've got him in this trailer that was allegedly single prompted, he's wearing shirt and pants. And by the way, I want you to see what a job it does with RDJ. And we have to be so careful with this stuff, but I'll play just enough. This is YouTube. We're trying to cover the news. How will they know what it is if I don't play it? Here we go.
You can still wear a shirt and pants, Captain. You just have to register.
That's it. So I love some of this. Okay. Oh, what is this? Okay. We can't. Here's Spider-Man. Oh my gosh. They did this. This can't be a single prompt, surely. But even if it's not a single prompt, is that Big Bird? They did a great job of Captain Shirtpants. So here's where we are. Panel, your thoughts. It's not just trailers. It's not just movies. Elon says he's going to make an Odyssey full-length movie in AI, and it's going to look great. It's going to look good. Marvin, I'm going to go you first on this one because you've seen what Elon has said. But this idea that you can prompt modern games, I mean, wow. And where are we going to be by December?
Yeah, look, this technology is here, and it is giving you an opportunity to be able to create your own stories. And I don't understand. Everybody is so against this. And I think it's because, you know, the Hollywood media and Hollywood celebrities are training you to be against this. I don't think there's any problem with making your own stories to entertain yourself. Do I think that, you know, whether or not I think movie studios should be using it or not is besides the point, because they're going to use it. This technology is here. It is going to happen. So at this point, you have to just decide how it's going to be used. If it can make this from a single prompt in a year, we are going to be so far ahead of this. It's going to be insane. And look, one more Variety headline about Elon being an incel is all it's going to take for him to make this Odyssey movie and put it out for free on X, and we'll see how it does. It's honestly like, and YouTube is the perfect platform for these original projects to go out on, because, you know, it is a user-generated platform. I honestly think that this is going to be the new wave of the future. I don't think holding studios accountable and trying to say like, hey, like, we can make our own stuff, you won't give us what we want, I think that is a good thing. I don't see the negative here.
By the way, we've got Josh Dawes, what he's making. And I would encourage Josh Dawes, and I may reach out soon. I would encourage him. I think you got to make a movie. I think you got to make a full-blown 90-minute The Adventures of Mary Sue movie. This has to happen. This must happen. And then let's shoot for theatrical release. Josh Dawes should be the guy because he's a genius from Disney who was fired from Disney, laid off a few months ago, not because he's bad at his job. Obviously, he's not. Fired because Disney wants to get the cost down. So I think you can make this and but here's the idea. Culture, we're at the point now where by the end of the year, people may be able to make their own World of Warcraft. Like just prompt a World of Warcraft to be like, this is what I always wanted. I wanted my Retribution Paladin to be strong. So here we go. I made my own version of it. And my Ret Pallies are good now. And we are going to be in a very different world culture.
Yeah, and I think that's going to speak volumes, especially with the delayed release of GTA 6, because I want to talk about games.
Well, now wait a minute. For those who don't know the delayed release of GTA 6, tell them about it.
Well, it was delayed. I don't know, Marv, 4 times. We're getting it around Christmas this year.
Times.
So its current release date is when?
It's around Christmas. It's November.
Right, Christmas of this year. Which you're saying, culture that they've made a huge mistake because they're going to be coming out now at a time when people are like, make my own game.
Like you or somebody else that has some prompt foo can really like dig into the game and kind of create their own version. I mean, look, you were talking about World of Warcraft. I think Pandorium or whatever that expansion was in World of Warcraft.
Pandera with the Panda Bears.
I always thought that was done so incompletely that like you could fix that. You could fix that expansion and it would be so much more joyful to play. I think that Josh, as you suggested, should do even more than he's already doing because he clearly has the talent and he definitely has prompt foo. And look, honestly, it's going to be the creative people who are going to rise to the top with AI because, with a little bit of cajoling, they can make the computer do, whatever their whim is. And I'm looking forward to that.
There are so many people out there who have a story that they're dying to get out in animated form or movie form. And because of the blocks put in place by Hollywood, and nowadays those blocks can literally just be you're a straight white man, and so they won't make your movie. Like those blocks are gone. You can take your writing, your creativity, your concept, and bring it to life using this technology, and actually get your story out in front of people without having to play the Hollywood game.
How cooked is Hollywood, Lauren? Lauren, you muted. Go ahead.
I think it depends on how you look at it. The thing is, it's one thing to have an idea. It's another to know how to put it on the screen, how to get it in front of people, how to tell stories efficiently. I see lots of people that have great ideas and have absolutely no idea how to write dialogue. So that's one thing. There is a talent threshold that needs to be there. What is being brought down, though, is the cost of creating whatever your vision is. And that gives people a platform to play and to iterate on ideas over time, to refine their craft in a way that was not previously available to them. And so I think that is very significant, and it will unlock opportunities for people who do have a certain level of talent that otherwise might not ever be able to have their ideas seen. So it's very exciting from that standpoint.
And I would also say, too, I think that if we just hold our vision of the future to the idea that these games and these movies are going to be slop, or if they're going to look like the stuff we have today, I don't think that's where we're going. I think that if this stuff, if you compress the price to just about nothing, the price of compute, so you just eliminate like 99% of the cost. And if everybody has the same AI capabilities, right? If everybody who can pay $200 a month or whatever for the Frontier models has this, then what's going to separate it is who's going to make movies that we've never seen before? Who's going to combine live action actors with this in a way we've never seen before? Who's going to make new genres of games we've never even imagined yet? And who's going to do that at 100 times scale, anything we've ever experienced, because they've got a team of people all doing this with a singular pipeline workflow, Lauren?
Can I bring up a chat that I see here in the chat?
Sure you can.
This is from producer Elena saying, yes, but they are siloing the algorithm quickly to not get your ideas shared. We'll have tons of talented creators making better content with nobody able to see it. They control the algo. I'm actually going to push back on that, and I'm going to give an example that is actually several years old, before the algorithm started getting quite so restrictive. But it's funny because it impacted me directly. I used to be part of a LAN gaming club way back in the day before everybody had high-speed internet, and we would get together once a month. We would all lug our computers down to an auditorium that we rented out every month, and we would play multiplayer games. And we had this gaming club that we would get together with, and there was a big annual event. One of the guys was an audio producer, and he liked to do parody songs that were gaming related, and we recorded in his studio a few times a few songs, one of which, believe it or not, was a parody of a Weird Al song. And this is one that I sang lead on. And we passed it around amongst ourselves at the LAN parties, and sometimes we get together with other gaming groups, and they ended up copying it, and it ended up distributing throughout the internet without anybody really knowing where it came from. And one time, 10 years later, I stumbled upon it on YouTube because somebody had put it up and had put a whole bunch of Team Fortress 2 graphics behind it, and they had put in the description that there was this really weird Weird Al parody song that was out there that was parodying one of his songs but had Team Fortress 2 lyrics in it, and they had no idea where it came from. And I was shocked at this, and I popped up in the comments and said, I can tell you where that came from. Here were all of the people involved, and I tagged all of our old gaming buddies, and they jumped in and started talking about it. So there are things that go viral that you can't really control with an algorithm. If something hits, it hits, and it will find a way to find an audience because people will pass it around themselves if that's what it takes. Not everything can be so tightly controlled that only the approved product gets through.
And I would say that pre-Elon owning X, the control of the algorithm was far more, the gatekeeping system was much stronger. I think now that Elon owns X, I think that people are going to be able to find stuff, especially, I mean, listen, there's a power in gaining followers, right? There's a power in having subscribers. There's a signal boost that can be given once a platform has that. But those platforms are going to find the best games, and they're going to share it out. They're going to go there, and we're going to see what happens. But movies, games, everything, folks are going to be making these in 2027 in a way that I don't think the average person recognizes at all. I would say Hollywood is cooked. I think the gaming studios are cooked. I think the individual is about to win. Well, you've made it to the end of the video, and that means you are a true pal of Pro. Thank you so much for watching the entire thing, ladies and gentlemen. And we ask that you consider clicking that like button. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And remember, folks, we've got more content yet on the way. The drive-bys can't handle what we have to say, but we never stop, not for a minute, because we want to win it for you. Until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.